Hello everyone. Today we have an excellent news for North American Counter-Strike and fans, and some spicy news about G2 and other interesting roster changes. So first let's start with ence. Legendary Danish IGL and 4 times major winner Glaive has joined ence as an IGL, and with him Kuben has joined as a coach, replacing Snappy and Saw. Rumors are Snappy will join Falcon along with Sonic and Magisk, and we still are not sure where Saw will go. So for now, 5 ends players are Glaive, Madden, Sunpius, Nerds, Diha, and Cuban as a coach. The first game of ends was today, and it was a best of one against Havu, and they lost it 6 to 13. It is the first game, so let's see what Glaive and Cuban cooks in ends. So, talking about big players leaving teams, liquid rosters is just one step away from happening. According to Dust 2, after Blast Fall Final 2023, Liquid has reached contractual agreement with each of the players and their new head coach Zeus, with an official announcement expected soon. So the players joining Team Liquid are twistzz from FaZe, Cadian from Heroic, and Skulls from Pain Gaming with coach Zeus. It was said that after Blastfall Finals 2023, all the agreements would happen between all players, and this is what happening, and we are only few days away from an announcement. So twistzz leaving FaZe is a big thing. Who do you think he will be replaced with? Is it Frozen or JKS? Let me know in the comments. And talking about North American Counter Strike, one North American organization has officially re entered the game after a 4 years gap. Yes, I am talking about NRG. For new players, NRG is a notable CSGO organization who has built successful teams in past which had players like Tarek in it. The organization has entered CS with players consist of former Team Liquid duo daps as IGL and osee as Opper. Then they have two evil geniuses rifler and players, brehze and hext, and former complexity rifler fang. I think this roster looks okay on paper. The players have potential but needs to prove again. At least they can win American RMR and enter first CS2 major in Copenhagen, Denmark in early 2024. And the final news you all have been waiting for. Let's start. JKS was benched in G2 a few days back, and everyone was confused why did they bench him. People thought this is because Niko wanted to join Falcon and he leveraged that deal to get a roster change in G2. This is what Sponge said in a podcast.
One pissed me off. This one's another one that got my freckles up. When Niko goes, how much power do people think I have in this team? Hey, mate, you're the one who were going to go to Falcons and then you decided you wanted to come back to G2 and then changes happened in G2. I'm not saying that Niko is the one who decided to make the changes, but to say that you don't have power as one of the absolute star players, one of the franchise Counter-Strike names, one of the most well-known Counter-Strike players, of course you do. You have power. You're not the one making the decisions. I'm not saying he's judge, jury, and executioner by any stretch. But like what Niko says holds a whole lot more weight than what a Hooksy or a JKS or a fucking Swanee in that team says, right? Like what Niko says is the most important shit. And again, not saying that he, advocated for these changes or anything along those lines or decided even who to bring in. I'm just saying that what Niko wants, Niko's probably going to fucking get. And that's just what happens when you're a superstar. Like he's saying, I'm not the one making the decisions, sure, but you're the one with all the influence. You're the one that everybody wants to play with. Imagine getting the opportunity to play with Niko. Like that would be amazing. That would be a fucking awesome experience to get to play with one of the absolute best Counter-Strike.
They bench JKS and bought Nexa, another in-game leader, and replaced JKS as a rifler and as an anchor. Sponge also said that G2 and JKS manager was ghosting him after IEM Sydney. Just listen to this another clip.
The thing that pissed me off is, so the leak comes out about Justin being benched. G2 don't announce anything for 2 weeks, right? I guess at that point the news is already out there. But then they wrap the fucking the announcement of him being benched into the same time with Nexa joining the team. Put it out early so the kid can at least try and explore some of his prospects and options before everybody starts battening down the hatches with the major cycle. Imagine if the shit didn't get leaked and they held on to it until the Nexa deal was done. You add another 2 weeks on top of that before the guy could even start searching and looking for things. That's what I think is bullshit. That's what I don't like. And I have a decent understanding of what was going on behind the scenes. They weren't even fucking talking to Justin for weeks at a time after Sydney. He was messaging the management of the team and nobody was fucking replying to him. He's in Australia right now and he was trying to work out when he had to get back to Europe for practice and his manager was ghosting him for weeks at a time. That's what I think is fucking bullshit and that's what I think is just amateur fucking hour.
Sponge is correct. At least clear it out with JKS about the future of the team so that he can explore his options in other teams, because CS2 roster mania is still happening in CS scene. According to me, this is a very bad management of G2, because G2 is a big professional esports team, not in CS but in many esports. So let me know in the comments what do you think. Sponge also said that if Niko went to Falcon, Hunter would have moved to Vitality and G2 would have taken Nerds and Morrissey wanted to play in Cloud9. These are some of the weirdest and hottest CS roster moves in quite some time. So thank you for watching today's episode. Please like, share and subscribe to the channel for more interesting CS2 news, updates and highlights. Thank you.